Hello and welcome to my channel on the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's been on the hook. Lots of things are on the hook and have been on the hook and are off the hook now. Today is a new pattern release for my Veronica vest, and I'll stand up in a minute and show it to you. But right now I just want to talk about what we're going to do today. First of all, we're going to release this pattern. Now, it was released yesterday. To those of you in the community would have an inbox email, and that way you'll know that you have a special discount code that is just for the community. So if you're not a member of the community, be sure to sign up and you'll receive an email blast from me when I release a new pattern. So I just wanted you to know that if you're in the community, then it costs nothing. It's free to be in the community. It doesn't cost anything. You get a free pattern when you sign up, and you also get these offer codes that go out all the time about my new patterns. The pattern of the week this week is the Veronica vest. I'll be featuring a new pattern each week, and that way an offer code will go out. And for the new pattern releases, that offer code will be good on any pattern in the shop, in my Etsy shop. But if you use the pattern of the week, it has a special offer code just for that one pattern. And these are patterns that I've brought back. Here are my prototypes right here. I have another rack just like this behind it, and I have 102 patterns on my Etsy shop now. Most of them are for garments. This way. Most of them are for garments. So there are a few other things on there too, as far as Christmas gifts and things like that, but mostly they're garments. Summer, fall, winter, and spring. All those garments are out there, and you can crochet those as a beginner. For most of them, 99% of them are just so easy. You can crochet them as a beginner, and they fit you. They are not sized. None of my patterns are sized. As they say, 1X, size medium, small, extra small, 4X, whatever it is. They're not sized. They are made to your measurements, so that right now, how you look, this is the size that you should make. And it's not a size again. It's just a measurement that you make. And I tell you how to do that, how to take your measurements, how to create your garment with just knowing the measurements. So if you're making it for someone else, it's very, very easy to do. You don't have to say, oh, what size are you? They say I'm a medium, and you make it and it's too small or too large. You make it to their measurements. So you make it to your measurements as well. So just think about that when Christmas comes up. And if you're not making a shawl or a scarf, you can fit a garment to someone that you really, really love and spend the time making them a beautiful garment for their wardrobe. I have one announcement that I want to make. I did a video and published it last week. I believe it was the Hobie video, and it had all the different kinds of yarns that they had sent me and some of the things I'd made out of those yarns as well. I actually made a slouchy cardi out of one of those, and I model it on that particular video. So go back and watch it. I'll put a link to it at the end of this video, and you can click on it and watch it. It's not very long. I think it's 12 minutes or something. Pretty easy to watch. And on there, I tell you how to sign up for a giveaway. And I'm going to give away all of that yarn except for what I made the slouchy cardi from. And I'm going to give that yarn away to some of my subscribers. So be sure you sign up for that. In the video, I tell you how to sign up. So please be sure to do that. And at the end of the month, I'm going to go to that video and pull some winners from it, and I'll probably announce it on just a regular video. So be sure you're subscribed. Be sure to like this video. It helps me so much, helps me grow my channel. I don't ask for any money from my subscribers at all. All I do is ask you to go to my Etsy shop, and if you see something you like, go ahead and purchase it. I usually have an offer code out there. In fact, for all the community members, there is a standard offer code that you can use any time of the year. And then when I release patterns or use a pattern of the week and I talk about that, then I have a special offer code that's worth even more of a discount. So be sure you check that out. You can go down in the description box, click the link, and sign up for the community. Again, it's free, and you get a free pattern right as soon as you sign up. So be sure to do that. Today I'm releasing the Veronica vest. Here's the pattern. I'm really naming this from the Veronica flower. And the Veronica flower is a beautiful flower that stands straight up. It's white. You can buy purple or violet, any color like that. And I thought, this is spring, so I'm going to name this after the Veronica flower. I love the name, Veronica vest. Veronica vest seemed like the right name for this particular vest. So I named this Veronica vest. And at the very back of the pattern, I have some other photos of my modeling and from Crystal modeling it too. You don't have to print that last page. When you go to print, just print the first however many pages you want to print and with the instructions, and then you can just refer back to the pictures if you need to, or you can go ahead and print those. I always do. I like to have the printed everything in my file, but that doesn't mean that you have to. So I just wanted to let you know that this is available on my Etsy shop now. If you're in the community, you will have gotten an email with the discount offer code there that you can use to buy this or any other pattern in my shop. So the Veronica vest, again, I'm going to model it right now. Here's the Veronica vest that I made in the last few weeks. I've been working on this and I talked to you about it on my videos, and I wanted to release it today. I really love this, and only because it's an interesting look. It's easy for a beginner to make, and again, you make it from your measurements. You don't make it by a size. So I made the bottom half of the vest first, and then I made the two side fronts and the back later. Then I hooked them together, sewed them together at the shoulder, and that's all the sewing that is required except for the button. And I don't require the button, but you know, I suggest that it's important to have a button on here. It keeps the vest closed at the front, and you can move around and the vest isn't falling off your shoulder. So I used a toggle button, just like the vest I made from the Hobie yarn that was sent to me as a collaborative effort with Hobie. And this is what it looks like. It's very beautiful and easy to wear. But I also sewed a toggle button onto this one to keep it closed in the front, just so you can move around. And something that's an easy fit sometimes will tend to fall off. So you want to have a button on the front of your vest. And that's what I put it in the pattern. It's optional, of course, if you don't want to use the button, but I also tell you how to make the button loop. It's so easy, you just can't imagine how easy this is. Now today I'm modeling this particular vest, which is called Silver Lining. It's the colorway of Flex, and I'll show that to you up close here in just a minute. But I'm wearing this with some tan dress pants, just very easy with a white t-shirt tucked in, short sleeve. This is definitely a spring and summer outfit. You probably wouldn't want to wear this when the weather's cold, but you could wear it with a turtleneck or a long sleeve t-shirt and get away with it. It would be perfect, and you can change up the colors. Like if you wanted to make a fall vest, you could make one in orange or some kind of brown color or a gray color, darker gray, and wear it with a turtleneck, and it would be so cute in the wintertime. It'd give you a little bit of warmth there on your core, but it wouldn't be hot on your arms. So I really like this vest. I'll turn around and show you the back. The back is also done just with the bottom part crocheted first, and then the top is crocheted second, and then sewn together at the shoulders. So it's an interesting look, and I'll get up closer to the camera and show you what it looks like up close. This is what the vest looks like up close. It is made in two separate parts, and you'll see there's a kind of a line of demarcation right here between the top and the bottom of the vest. And so the stitch rows are going this way. They're going this way on the bottom, and on the top they're going the other direction. So it gives the vest an interesting look. And let me turn around and show you the back. It's not difficult to make. It's very easy to make, and it's quick to make as well. It didn't take me that long to make this as soon as I decided how I was going to do it. So again, I came up with the pattern, Veronica vest, and easy as pie to make. You make it to your measurements. Now, I made this, let me change that. I made this with Flex yarn, and this is from Michaels. And the reason I'm wearing a warm color pants with this has quite a bit of yellow in it. I don't know if you can see that, but the flecks in here are yellow and purple. And I thought that was a nice combination. Again, the colorway is Silver Lining, and beautiful flex yarn. And in our giveaway today, we're going to have some other flex yarn to give away too. So stay tuned for that. But I used a whole skein and part of another. This is what I have left from my second skein. So there were 355 yards on my first skein, and then I used probably maybe 100 yards from this. So I'm talking about 500 yards to make this vest. That's probably all you'll need. Maybe a little more if you make it longer, or if you make it wider, or whatever, if you make it differently, you'll need more yarn, of course, but I only needed about 500 yards. This is a size 4 yarn. It's a tiny 4 though. It's not very substantial, but it's called a number 4 yarn. So there you go. It's all acrylic too, by the way. It's acrylic and polyester, 7921. So it's an interesting yarn. I really like it. I've made several things from it. I like it very much. I'm giving some of this away later in the video, and it's the cream color flex. So really pretty. Check that out. Just beautiful. This would be pretty with a violet or purple tank top underneath to bring out the colors of the flex in there. Let me find some violet there. Oh, there they are. You can see those. Beautiful violet flecks and some yellow flecks as well. So again, I really love this yarn. It's beautiful yarn, and it turned out really nice for my vest. It's a good weight. I didn't have to worry about making it so that you couldn't see through it, because I know I'll always be wearing something underneath it. So I didn't have to make the stitches really close to each other, and I could use lace rows in there and not worry about seeing through it. And that's what it looks like. Love this vest. You can find it on my Etsy shop, and I'll put a link down in the description box so that you can find it. Crystal has agreed to model another sweater that I made. You see it right here. Let me grab Crystal and bring her over here for you. Today, Crystal is modeling this Rebecca sweater again. Now, Rebecca sweater, you can find it on my Etsy shop, of course, and I showed this to you last week when I was wearing it myself, and I love it. I made this from Mrs. Crosby's yarn, and I bought this on Malabrigo, Eat Sleep Knit website. I love Malabrigo over there, but this is not Malabrigo. This is Mrs. Crosby, but the colorway is Toucan, or whatever that is. And it's a very beautiful colorway. I really like this. I bought lots of it. And last week I showed you this hank that was much bigger, and I thought, you know what, I made this sweater way too short. I didn't like it because it was just right below my waistline, and so when I raised my arms, of course the sweater came up, and it was immodest for me. I really didn't like that, so I decided to add some length onto the sweater. So I added, let me turn her around here, see where the stitch marker is. I added what was at the bottom of that, which is about 2.5 inches onto the length of the sweater, and I love it so much more. It comes down now about 3 inches below my waist. It's a perfect length, and it's a perfect weight to wear when the weather's just barely cool. It's so comfortable. And I also added some more sleeve to this than I have in the Rebecca pattern. I only added I think a little ribbing here, but instead of putting the ribbing on, I added rows of double crochet, just like the body right here, just like the body. And you can see there where I added from the yoke over. So it's probably about 3 inches long, this sleeve. And it comes down to the length that I wanted it. That way I could have the sleeves the way that I wanted. I had plenty of yarn, and so I was just adding things as I went along. But now that I have more length on it, I'll probably wear this quite often. I know I will. Before, I really wasn't real excited about it, but now I'm going to be wearing it. So Crystal said she would model it for me today because I was wearing my new Veronica vest. So we're both modeling something nice and new, and I'm excited about this sweater because it's going to be much more wearable now that it's a little bit longer. And I used a reverse single crochet along the bottom. I took out that row and 2 rows of single crochet before I started adding more length onto the sweater. So what I call in the South, fiddled around with it till I finally undid the weaving that I did in between. After I had finished the whole sweater, I weaved in the yarn tail, and I had to pull that out. So it took me a little while to get a hold of it, but I did, and I just pulled it right out. It came out, and I balled it up, and I used it first when I went to add this length onto the sweater. So I didn't waste any yarn, but I did use some more yarn, and that's where the rest of the yarn went. So this is what I have left from, I think it was 4 skeins of this, and on each skein was 240 yards. So it was about 1,100 yards that I put in this. This is a size 2 yarn. It's a hand-dyed yarn. It's very beautiful. It's a little bit splotchy. See right there? I talked about this last week, and I don't mean to complain. There's another one right there that I don't love, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a hand-dyed yarn, and it's beautiful. So there you have it. That's the Rebecca sweater re-envisioned. Now let's go over to my diamond painting, Irises by Van Gogh. And this is my newest project. I'm working on this diligently every night and working across the bottom now. I wanted to show you that. And also a little bit about my drill storage and what I do when I start a new project. So let's take a look at that. Here's a quick look at my Irises by Van Gogh. This is what I've done so far. And just a quick update from here all the way over to here, and I've now moved into this part of the painting, and I'm working on the leaves right now. Now there's a lot of color blocking here. You see long lines of color blocking, very easy to do, and this part went very quickly. And you'll notice this beautiful red and orange down here at the bottom. It gives the painting weight at the bottom. Also the blue. Look at how gorgeous this blue color is. And there were several colors mixed in there, but the colors here are just wonderful. There are 38 colors here. And if you look at the unworked part of the canvas, this unworked part up here at the top, I'll pull back so you can see the worked part of the canvas down here. The unworked part is up here. And what is so rewarding about diamond painting, and those of you who do it understand what I mean. Diamond painting, once you get the diamonds onto the canvas and you step back and look at it, it is so incredibly gorgeous compared to the unworked part of the canvas. So when you open it up, you go, oh, well, that's not all that special. But when you start putting the drills on there and applying them in the, on the symbols that they're supposed to be on, then you see how gorgeous the colors are. And you can also look at the colors when you get them organized in your tray. This is how I do it. Not everybody does it this way, but I invested in this tray, and this is what the box looks like. It's tiny container bead storage tray, and you can find this on Amazon. This is where I found it. This is an 82-piece set, and this is, I think these are all the same size, but I have 2 or 3 sets of these in 2 or 3 boxes I bought, and it's an investment in diamond painting. If you're interested in diamond painting, you would definitely want to invest in one of these because it helps you stay organized. You can easily get to all of your drills. You don't have to keep them in baggies. I would never want to do that. Now this is, here are my glasses here. This is an example of some colors that I received from Diamond Dots, who is the owner of this particular diamond painting. This is Diamond Dots. Let me find the label down here. This is DD13 Irises by Van Gogh, and it's the size of it is interesting too. It's 22 by 28, so it's a good size painting. It would take up a nice piece of your wall. I really like the size of this 22 by 28 because it's easy to manage. Only a little bit hangs over my easel here. And what I do is I attach the diamond painting to the easel itself, or to the light pad, which is behind it actually. There's a light pad back here. And it helps me see the symbols when I'm working on it. It's not on right now, but I wanted to show you this bead storage tray. This is what I use to keep my colors in order, and also makes it very easy to find them. And I actually did my own, as I think I said last week, I did my own labels for these particular little boxes, and because the labels didn't come inside the Diamond Dots canvas box, they didn't come with it, so I had to make my own, but that's okay. And I have several of these large bead storage trays. They come like this, only there's several large ones, some middle-sized ones, and then some small ones as well. So you can get them in all different types of arrangements, and I've bought 3 different kinds of bead storage trays, and that way I can, just use what I need with the drills that I get. Like if I get a lot of drills, I use a medium size, or this is another medium size. It's a little bit bigger. And then this one is really large for anything that I have, any colors that I have that are way too much for one of these smaller ones or even the middle size. I will get out a large bead container and use that. But this is really not made for diamond drills, but it works perfectly for that. So just a little tip for you from Jeannie's On the Hook Crochet. But I do diamond painting as well. I just wanted to give a little bit of advice if you're interested in starting your diamond painting and if you've done one or two and you go, I'm not keeping these in baggies anymore, then invest in one of these. There are others that you can buy, but this is by far the best one that I have found that you can use for even a large painting. You can use 2 trays, which you've seen me do on maybe Madonna of the Lilies. I believe I had 2 trays. There's several that I've had 2 trays on, and it's been wonderful. I just lay them out next to each other, and I can find any color that I need. So there you have it. That's my progress on my Irises by Van Gogh. This is, of course, a diamond dots painting, and you can get this, I believe, at Joann. I'm not really sure. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I just love to diamond paint. So I'll see you next week with some more progress on this particular painting. I hope you enjoyed that little film. I try not to make them too long, but I do have so many of you who say, I really like the diamond painting portion of your program. So I'll continue to show you my progress. I'm not going to belabor it and make it really, really long, but I do want to show you what I do during the week, because I do work on it a little bit every day, try to focus on that so that I can get it done. And as a surprise, I mean, not a surprise, but this Wednesday I have been promised that a canvas will be ready for me to purchase from Heaven and Earth Designs. And my next project will be Salvatore Del Mundi, and that is the Savior of the World. It's a beautiful painting, and I have a little bit of history to talk about when I do get the canvas up and running onto my board. And I might put irises in the timeout hang-up area on my prototype hang-up there, right over there. Sometimes I'll hang up my diamond paintings if I want to put them in timeout, and I will do that if my other canvas gets here. But I also have to order my own diamond drills, and so that takes about 2 weeks to get done. So I might be finished with irises by then. I don't know, but we'll see. And I just wanted to let you know that little peek into what I'm doing in my diamond painting. Now let's talk about some whips that I have on the hook this week. Now I'm making a new city skirt, and this was from the fall lookbook last fall in 2022. I love this skirt. I made a violet colored one, and here's a picture of it right here. At the bottom right there, some of you have asked me about anything special about this skirt. Yes. The first few rows right up here, I was going back and forth. I was turning the fabric, and it looks different from this where I was just going around in a circle. And I just left it there. I thought that looked pretty cool. And then down here at the bottom, I have, on purpose, some rows down here that are a different stitch pattern. So, and I think there's a flounce at the bottom with a shell stitch. So it has some special parts to it. And I just really love this skirt. And I thought I would make another one. I want to make another one of a lot of my patterns so that you can see that you can make them differently. And they don't look the same at all. They don't look the same. So I went out to Mary Maxim and love Mary Maxim. I made this skirt right here with Mary Maxim Best Value in the Merlot colorway. And this one is the Mocha colorway. I ordered this the other day and it came in. I ordered 4 skeins, which I probably won't need, but I do love this color. This is the color I was going to order the first time, and I changed my mind. And now I've decided to make it more in a neutral color so that I can wear it in the spring and summer. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it a little bit longer below the knee so it'll be very comfortable when I sit down. And I can wear flats with it, or I can wear a heel with it. And I just wanted to make another one. So see how fast I can work it up. Now for the elastic waist, this is what I used. I used the Dritz 2-inch soft waistband elastic. And this is purchased off Amazon, on Amazon, I should say. This is purchased from Amazon, and Mr. On the Hook found this for me. And I said, order that for me. So I have almost enough to do 2 skirts with this. It's 2 yards around, but I might have to stretch that next one. I don't know. I may have to add some onto it. I don't. But I I made it very comfortable around the waist, and I already cut it. There it is right there, and it's soft waistband elastic. It's not too stiff, and I'll see how this works out, because when I made the original prototype for City Skirt, I made it from some very stiff elastic that was 1.5 inches wide. This is 2 inches wide. So what I had to do was add another row onto the waistband. See how that fits in there? I mean, I can push it in a little bit farther, and that's how it's going to fit. Let me just show you that real quick. Well, I have some already put together. Here it is on the end. I have started single crocheting this together. You see there? The elastic's inside, and the row that I have that is a back loop only row here, so that the waistband will fold easily, and then I fold it over the elastic and single crochet it. See there, it's open right there. But I've started over on this end, and I've crocheted so far this much, and then I will continue on crocheting this way until I have the whole waistband covered. All right, and I'm going to have some extra there because that gives it the extra width that I need around the hip. And you'll see it when you read the pattern. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's not difficult. I'm using a K hook for this, and that's the same hook that I used on my Merlot colored original City Skirt. So again, I'm making this with Mocha, best value. It is a very affordable yarn, and that's why I bought 4 skeins of it. I thought, wow, I can make a skirt for that, and I won't even need that 4th skein probably, maybe even not the 3rd one. But I bought plenty because I might want to make one of these little vests to go with the skirt, and then I can just wear it with a t-shirt underneath, and I'd be dressed up. So there you go. I might do that. If I have enough yarn left over to about 500 yards probably, I could probably get away with a Veronica vest. I don't know. That might be too busy, too much crochet. We'll see. But I don't know how that's going to work out. But I can still wear this with a little black jacket or a black blouse. I can wear that with it. And I also bought on Amazon a slip that was a little bit longer than the original one. And that way it'll be long enough so that I don't have to worry about see-through on the skirt. I can just wear a slip under it, and so that'll work out fine. Those of you who know what a slip is, great. If you don't know what a slip is, it is a piece of lingerie, a half slip, and it has elastic at the waist, and it you wear it under skirts that might need to be a little more modest, or you might want to wear it under a skirt that sticks to you. And this lingerie is made from either rayon or nylon, and it's slick so that the skirt fits over it very nicely, and a crocheted skirt does flow over the slip very nicely. And I don't really want to line the skirt. I could, because I am a seamstress, or they call them now sewers, but I don't really want to do that. I just thought I'll just buy a slip, and I bought that on Amazon the other day, and it should be here anytime. So that's the progress I've made on my City Skirt, and I'm not going to work on that ferociously, but I will get it done in the next maybe month or so, and then I can wear it out to eat or church or anywhere else I want to wear something a little bit dressier. Those of you who have been watching me for a long time remember when I made a Beautiful You top, and let me get that for you. This yarn is a Lion brand product. This is the black version, or it's called Meteorite. This is Beautiful You. It's a size 2, and it's a nice feeling yarn. It's very, very soft. This is all acrylic, 100% acrylic. Whoops, let me turn it that way. But anyway, it's a Lion brand product. It is not available anymore. And I bought many colors of this, and I have some in my stash. So I asked one of my lovely subscribers to help me with Meteorite. I had a couple of skeins and I needed a couple more, and she provided those for me. She was nice enough to help me find 2 more skeins of this. So I'm finally making my shirt from it. This is a Beautiful You top. Now let me show you what I've already made. This is one that I made last year. This is a beautiful color. Look at that. It's kind of a coral color. And I made the Beautiful You pattern from it. And this is where you actually crochet the sleeves right into the front fabric right there. See how I did that? You crochet the sleeves right into it, And then when you're done, you're done. You don't have to, I didn't even put an edging on here. I think I used 1 row of single crochet around the edge, and that was it. That was all I had around the edge. And the neck is very simple. Let me see if I pull that out so you can see it. The neckline is very simple, kind of round. It's a very cool top, and I've worn it many times under a little black jacket, and I really like it. But I wanted a black one of these so that I could wear it with pretty much anything. And this is how much I've done so far. I'm still making it from this pattern, and this is what it looks like on my Etsy shop. It's called Beautiful You, and there is the top that I just showed you. I also made it from some Chloe yarn from, I believe it was Hobby Lobby. They have Chloe yarn. I think they still have it. There it is right there. It's a self-striping yarn, and I don't love it, but I kind of like it. It's pretty. It's pretty enough, and I made it out of that. That's a DK weight, and over here is the number 2 weight that I made it from, and I made it from some self-striping, well, it's not self-striping, but some Malabrigo yarn that I didn't love, and so that was a Frogger finish for one of my giveaway winners. I went ahead and gave that away. But here it is, made in all 3 different sizes of yarn. You can do that with most all of my patterns. You can make them from any size yarn that you want. So this is Beautiful You. That's the name of the pattern, Beautiful You, and it tells you how to make that particular, this Beautiful You top. So I'm making it out of black, and this is what I have so far. Look how pretty the stitch definition is there. I'm going to hold that still just for a second so you can see it. The stitch definition is beautiful. I'm crocheting this with an H hook. It's an H hook, and it's turning out very beautifully. An H hook, if you're interested, is a 5mm hook. There's my clover. I always use clover hooks on my to make my garments. I always use clover. I just don't want to fool with anything else. Honestly, clover hooks are so easy to work with, and they just slide through anything that I've tried to make with them. It's been great. I love clover hooks. Not sponsored, but anyway, that's what I'm making. That is one of the whips that I'm working on this week. Another whip that I'm working on, and I don't know how far I'm going to get with this because it depends on if I can find some more yarn, and I'm going to depend on y'all to help me if you possibly can. I have a lot of people that watch this channel, and I would love to have some more of this yarn. And this yarn is the Wash Ted in the colorway Petal. Well, let me turn that around. This was sent to me, Petal A. Let me turn that. Petal A. This was sent to me by Knit Crate when Knit Crate was in business. They had sent me this beautiful yarn. Look at that. It's a roving yarn. Beautiful, beautiful. Size 4 weight. And that colorway is just impossible to match. I mean, you can't match that with anything else. I have this much left from one hank, and I have another hank. So I have 2 and this much left, 2 hanks and this much. And I've only gotten this far on the top that I'm making. So I'm not going to have enough. I can tell right now I'm not going to have enough. So I've put this on hold. And what I would ask is if someone has any more of this yarn, again, it's Wash Ted by Malabrigo in the colorway Petal A. And it was sent out to everyone in Knit Crate who was receiving boxes then. And if you haven't made anything from it, I would love to buy it from you. Now, originally, I actually bought one more hank. I think it was just one hank from Jeanette in Lenoir City, Tennessee, which is just right down the road from me. But I would love it if Jeanette has another skein. I would love to have it. Please get in touch with me, Jeanette. If you are watching my video, let me know because you were gracious enough to help me. You sent this cute little card. When I needed some, I had 2 skeins of it, which is what they always sent out in the Knit Crate boxes, and I think I have 1 skein extra from you. So if you have that other skein, if you haven't made a hat from it or something else, please let me know, and I would love to buy it from you. I absolutely would, because I'd like to finish this top, but I'm not going to work on it anymore until I know that I have another skein of yarn. And I could stop right now and probably make a Veronica vest from it. But that wasn't my intent. I wanted to make a summer top from it. So there again, if you have a line on that Petal A Malabrigo Wash Ted or washed yarn, let me know and get in touch with me. If you email me at jeannie@onthehookcrochet.com, and I'll be glad to answer you, and I will be glad to buy it from you. So just let me know if you have some of that, and I can continue on with my project. Thank you so much for helping me out on that. Beautiful You was also another subscriber who had helped me out with Meteorite, the colorway Meteorite. She had some of that in her stash, and she helped me get that. So that was good. I appreciate that. And then Jeanette helped me get the washed head. So if anybody has any of that Petal A washed head, let me know, and I would appreciate it. Now let's go on to our giveaways. This week we are giving away 3 gifts, and let me show those to you right now. Welcome to the giveaway portion of my show, and I've got 3 gifts that I want to give away out of my stash today. This is a frog or finish. This is gift number 1, and the keyword for this was cotton, and I had started something here. I don't even know what that was. Y'all probably remember from last week. If I said what it was, I don't know, but you get 3 large skeins of 100% cotton yarn, and these are factory mill ends, and this is the bag that they came in. I believe this was from Mary Maxim. Pretty sure that's where this came from, but there are 3 big skeins, and it says a pound of yarn. So you have a pound of cotton that you can make all kinds of cotton things from, and I'm giving that away because I don't know what to do with it. So that is the first gift that I'm giving away today. Now let's look at the second gift. Gift number 2 is flex yarn, and that's what this Veronica vest is made from. This is another frog or finish. Y'all, I can't imagine anybody wanting to finish this, but you never know. This is a sweater, and it has the vents on the side already built in, and I have them attached here at the bottom so that they don't flop around, but that's what that looks like. And of course you would need to edge that vent and or along with the bottom, either one. You could just really just edge the vent if you wanted to, but this is a sweater that I started from Flex, and I just don't want to finish it. I'm kind of past that. So now this is another thing that I had started. This was one of those sweaters that you make. Well, I think this is the sleeve. I don't know how that goes, but anyway, it's a sleeve that it turns out really beautiful with flex yarn. Look at that. I just love the look of this yarn. And they still sell it, so you can still buy it on, I believe it's Michael's website, not sponsored at all, but really love this flex. And I really like the cream color. Now I have on the silver lining. This is the cream color. This is the whole skein of flex yarn that I bought. There is the label, 590 yards on this, and also some that I rolled up. And then you have 2 frog or finish. And if it were me, I would just frog these out and make something else from it. Or you can finish them, whatever you want to do. But that would be gift number 2. And the keyword there was flex, F-L-E-C-K-S. And those who use that word will be in the running for that frog or finish. Some people may not be interested in that. I totally get it. Now the third gift is a Crochet World, and this is the newest one, June 23. Beautiful magazine, always beautiful, always great patterns in here. Beautiful advertisements too. This is not even a pattern. This is Annie's Crochet by the Sea dishcloths that you can order. Isn't that cute? Lisa McDonald designed that. It's such a beautiful pattern. And here is a page that shows all the different patterns in here. Amazing that they get this many patterns in the magazine, but they do. And there are afghans, there are hats, there are jackets, there's some slippers right there. All kinds of things in here. So this is the Crochet World for June. That's the middle of the summer, June of 2023. And even that afghan is so pretty on the outside. So the key word for this was crochet, C-R-O-C-H-E-T, just like you see it there. The key word for that is crochet. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts this week. Here we are at the computer, and this is the URL for the last video that I did there where you had your comments. Let's get the YouTube comments, and number of comments 148. So let's go down here, and we're going to select a winner for the cotton yarn. And if you had the word cotton in there, you were in the running. So let's see. I guess we'll pick winners this way. Sandy Michaels. There is the word right there in her comment. So Sandy Michaels, you were the winner of the cotton yarn. Now, I know y'all probably noticed this doesn't take any time to pick a winner, but it does go through all the comments because this was not at the top of the list or anything because I checked. So let's go back up here and we want to change the word. And this is for the flex yarn. Let's do the flex yarn next. So we put the word flex in there. Flex, and let's see. Start the raffle. Okay. And this is Shay K. Ray Crochet. All right, let's see. Here it is, the flex yarn right there. There it is, her word. So Shay K. Ray Crochet, you have won the flex yarn Frogger finish. Now, the first one was a Frogger finish too. Just know that. All right, so let's go back and we'll pick number 3, which is the Crochet World magazine. And the key word was crochet. So I'm going to type that in there. And let's go down here. It says start raffle. And here we go. The winner is Sherry Wingler. Sherry Wingler. And this is the word crochet right there in her comment. So Sherry Wingler, you have won the Crochet World magazine. Congratulations to all our winners. And thank you for participating, everyone. Congratulations to all our winners. Please email your address to me. Put winner in the subject line so I can immediately see that it's somebody I need to look at, the email I need to look at. So be sure to do that. And I will get those out to you right away. Now, for next week, I have 2 magazines that I'm giving away, plus some yarn. So let's talk about the magazines first. This is Cross Stitch Magazine. It's not for everybody. So if you are interested in signing up for this, use the word cross right there. Use the word cross, C-R-O-S-S, if you're interested in this magazine. If you know somebody who cross stitches, you can give this to them, or you can use it for yourself. And if you're not interested in either one of those ideas, just don't sign up for it and let somebody else have it. So this is the Cross Stitch Magazine, and the edition is June 2023. And I wanted to show you a couple of things in here that I just thought were beautiful. These are flower seed packs, and these are patterns that you can use to make pictures of what's in your garden. I just think that's a cute idea. And they're called flower seed packs. And let's see if those are in here. Yeah, I can see, yeah, flower seed packs are in here. The patterns are here. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can use probably some yarn or thread that you already have. And this is another one. This is so beautiful. A little bit old-fashioned, but it's called Summer Breeze. And isn't that beautiful? Just by the open window there. I just think that's gorgeous. Let me get that right up there where you can see it. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I don't have time to do cross stitch though. I've selected my crafts as crochet and diamond painting, so I really don't have time to cross stitch, which I used to do. So if you want this magazine, you want to be in the running for it, be sure to sign up with the word cross in your comment. Now I'm giving away another copy of the Crochet World, and this is June of 2023 as well. I just talked about this a few minutes ago. So I received another one of these, so I'm giving this away. So the 2 magazines that are available there, use the word crochet for this one and use the word cross for that one. And you'll be in the running for 1 or 2 of those magazines, both of those magazines actually. And then I have 2 more skeins of 100% Stone Superwash Merino by Lion Brand, not sponsored by any of these people. These are brand new skeins, never touched. They're still in the plastic, actually. And on each one, this is called charcoal, by the way, and on each one are 306 yards. Now, the other color I have is the colorway Antique is the name of the colorway. It's like a cream color. And I have charcoal and cream, or charcoal and Antique. Those are the 2 colors that I'm giving away. Beautiful, beautiful. You can make a hat from these, a cowl, You can make a two-tone scarf from this. And this is all wool. Very, very beautiful. 100% superwash merino by Lion Brand, not sponsored. That will be the third gift next week. And the keyword there is merino, and you have to spell it right. It's M-E-R-I-N-O. Merino, M-E-R-I-N-O, merino. And that will get you in the running for these 2 skeins of Lion Brand yarn. Well, that gets me to the end of my show today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like it. Please like this video. It helps me so much to grow my channel. And also don't forget to sign up for it's on up here or up there. It will be a link to the Hobie video where you can sign up for some yarn giveaways. So be sure to do that and watch the video. It's pretty yarns from Hobie. It was a sponsored video and they gave me some yarn. And I made the slouchy cardie, which I showed earlier. Where is it? Right there. I made the slouchy cardie from that. Be sure to sign up with a comment on that video and you'll be in the running for one of those 4 gifts. So have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time and join me then to find out what's on the hook.